Yeah, what we doing today is gonna be made drop fade. You know, this kid, we're gonna leave the top today, no part. So as you can see, I'm starting off with the trimmer. I always ball this first. This is how I personally cut hair. You know, everybody's different, so you can find your own style of fine. Keep in mind, every time you use the shaver, don't try to put so much pressure on it because you could create possibly a hard line, which would be really hard to get out. I'm gonna go to closed blade and work under all this guideline. It's okay if you don't feel like you got the whole gallon out, just go back to the trimmer and just take that little bottom line out. Be careful not to go too high. This is me using my trimmer because I can't really, the clipper didn't really get the whole line out, so I'm coming back with this. I come back with my clipper, go halfway, and now we start working out this the first gallon you set with the open blade. Sometimes I like to personally make the guideline bigger, so just in case I make a little mistake, I can always just push the bit up a little bit. Because we're doing a mid fade, but I started a little on the lower side of it, just to give myself some breathing room. As you can see, I switched clippers. I feel a little more comfortable using these clippers just because they hit a little closer. Now I'm gonna go with the 1.5 guard. I use a different selection of guards. Honestly, I feel most comfortable using these certain guards. Everybody can use their own different. But this is how I personally go. But I will go about an inch over the guideline you set before with a 1.5 guard close. Then I'll open it and go up above that. I might just finish off the rest of the head just with the 1.5 guard going straight up. Let it right off the head. Don't try to flick it out. Just come off the head. Trust the clipper yourself. Now I'm gonna use my half guard. I'm gonna use it open. I'm gonna start working this line and start blending up. Open blade, I'm gonna just start, detailing, moving the lever up and down. Always know where you left off last. And always try to stay consistent with the shape of how you have before you started with your first initial guideline. I'm gonna go ahead with the 1 guard. I'm gonna go open. Maybe close, but right now I'm gonna go open just to be safe because I don't want to set another guideline that I didn't mean to put in here. I'm gonna just work right here. You see a little dark spot, that's what I'll start working with. Again, always try to ride this part right here. I don't try to go like this. It feels like it creates lines and makes it a little harder for me personally. But I always ride the heel and trust the clipper to do the blending for you. Here, I'm gonna use a 2 guard and try to knock some of this little bulk on top right here, going with the grain. Because before I did a 1 close on him on top, so I just want to be safe. Use a 2 guard, but I'm gonna go open to be safe once again and knock some of this bulk down. So he won't look so boxy. I'm gonna close it. And just to be sure. Now, as you can tell, I already got the fade. Now it comes to detailing. So I'm gonna go back down to the half guard and play with this. Sometimes I use the corner, sometimes I don't. But now I'm just detailing the spots I feel like where my eyes look a little too dark. Make sure you always look in the mirror so you can know your little spots. And so don't be scared to get in there, because how else would you fade in here if you don't do it? The 1 guard, I'm gonna go back to my open blade and work a little under that. Sometimes, since I set the initial guideline with this open, sometimes you gotta get it out with what you set it in, if that makes sense. Detailing, you just gotta make sure you take your time on detailing because that's really what makes the fade pop most of the time. Now with the liner, I used to do liner first and then the pencil. But then I ain't gonna lie, I kind of got dependent on the pencil. So I would start with the pencil first so I can create the initial line that I'm gonna just go over and make it easier for me personally. Some barbers are a little skeptical when it comes to enhancements and all. But I always try to stay where the hair should naturally be. Make sure you don't put a lot of pressure with the pencil. Sometimes I can stay in there in the skin and just look extra ugly. See, so now I got my little initial draft that I'm gonna go over. The trimmer just follow exactly what I did with the pencil. Wake up, I'm doing the liner, wake up. I'll butcher you, man. I'm finna go on the other side. Gosh. Something I personally do every time I do the hairline. I always get in front of him, but I was leaning back and start like trying to see how it's looking from this view. Sometimes that view's important too. But I personally do it myself because I feel like it fits me the most and I feel the most comfortable how the hairline comes out when I do that. Please go back. 3, 2, 1. Is that good? It's too high or too low? Let's just see how the hairline is looking. Sometimes I feel like you can see the areas you're gonna hit a little more from this view.
Here cleaning my station, minding my business. I might get stuck down here. I don't know why I bent like
my
this.
friend.
Oh,
He's depressed.
yeah, go ahead and give us a follow on Instagram at Authentico Barbershop. I'm over here talking to myself.
Now you gotta, how I do it, I just pull the skin slightly and I just come over that every single time. Again, don't try to put a lot of pressure with the razor. You can cause a lot of razor burns to the skin. It could be really, some clients' skin cannot handle that sometimes. It just gets really red, bump up, a lot of ingrown. So it makes you look bad sometimes. You gotta really be delicate. You look good. Here you go. This is the finished product. I did go back a few times and detailed it. Don't worry, I'm gonna get that pencil out, bro. Forget about it.